If you've survived narcissistic abuse, your brain has been rewired for fear, self-doubt, and emotional exhaustion. But what if I told you that in a few minutes you could start rewiring it for healing, confidence, and peace? This isn't toxic positivity. It is called neuroscience. And gratitude isn't just a feel-good trick. It physically changes your brain, breaking the cycle of trauma and rewiring your mind for strength. Now, give me a few minutes and I'll show you how to take back control starting right now. Let's dive right in. Now, in the next few minutes, you will learn how narcissistic abuse affects your brain, how gratitude reverses the damage and rewires your neural pathways, and also practical gratitude exercises, especially for survivors. So let's dive in. So how does narcissistic abuse rewire your brain? Narcissistic abuse leaves deep psychological and neurological scars, and the scars are usually very deep. Talking from experience, I can tell you the psychological and neurological scars that we suffer from narcissistic abuse are usually deep, and they stem from the fact that we are constantly manipulated, constantly gaslighted, and we also experience emotional neglect, which forces our brain to go into survival mode, keeping you trapped in patterns like the overactive amygdala, which is the fear center. The amygdala is a fear center, and so it goes into overactiveness, and it makes you feel constantly on edge, expecting the next attack. And then there's also the weakened prefrontal cortex, which is the rational thinking and decision making center, which makes you doubt yourself, and it makes you confused all the time. You're constantly doubting yourself and also confused. That is how narcissistic abuse rewires your brain. Also, there is what we call dopamine and serotonin imbalance, whereby your brain struggles to feel joy, motivation, or inner peace. And then there is what we call hyperactive stress response, where your nervous system is stuck in the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode. But here's the good news. Your brain has neuroplasticity, meaning it can be rewired, and gratitude is a powerful tool to do just that. So how does gratitude rewire your brain after narcissistic abuse? Gratitude isn't just thinking happy thoughts. It's a scientifically proven way to reshape the brain's pathways, shifting it from trauma mode to healing mode. So how does it do that? The first thing it does is to reduce overactivity in the amygdala. That is the fear and anxiety center. And so gratitude shifts focus away from threat detection and hypervigilance, calming your nervous system. Now, studies show that expressing gratitude lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, reducing anxiety and PTSD symptoms. Also, gratitude strengthens the prefrontal cortex. That's the rational thinking and emotional regulation center. Actually, gratitude rebuilds self-trust, helping you think clearly instead of reacting emotionally. Also, it improves decision making, critical for survivors learning to set boundaries. Also, gratitude increases dopamine and serotonin, that we call them the happiness and motivation chemicals, and gratitude boosts dopamine, helping your brain to relearn how to feel pleasure and reward. And also it increases serotonin, which eases depression and emotional numbness caused by trauma. Also, gratitude helps you shift from victim mode to empowerment mode. And so instead of feeling powerless, gratitude reminds you that you are healing, growing, and reclaiming your life. This shift isn't about ignoring pain. It's about breaking free from the mental chains of abuse. Now, what are some of the practical gratitude exercises for narcissistic abuse survivors? Now, these gratitude practices are specifically designed to rewire your brain after emotional trauma. And the first is what we call the 3 wins journal, which retrains your brain for positivity. Every night, write down 3 small wins from your day. Example, I spoke up for myself. I had a peaceful moment with my coffee. I didn't react to a trigger. Why? This teaches your brain to notice progress instead of fear. Second practical gratitude exercise for narcissistic abuse survivor is what we call the safe moment reflection. And usually the safe moment reflection calms the nervous system. So close your eyes and recall a moment today where you felt even a little bit safe or at peace. It could be as simple as feeling warm sunlight, hearing a favorite song, or breathing deeply. Why? This rewires your brain to recognize safety instead of danger. Also, another practical gratitude exercise for survivors of narcissistic abuse is what we call the self-gratitude letter. And the self-gratitude letter rebuilds your self-worth. And so write a letter to yourself, thanking yourself for surviving and healing. Example, dear. Then you put your name. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for choosing yourself. Thank you for growing. Why the self-gratitude letter? It helps to heal self-doubt and internalize criticism from past abuse. Now, another practical gratitude exercise for survivors of narcissistic abuse is what we call the gratitude anchor, which instantly shifts you from trauma mode to healing mode. Now, pick an object. It can be a ring, a bracelet, a crystal, and assign it a gratitude intention. Example, this reminds me that I'm healing. It could be even this watch. This reminds me that I'm healing. When triggered, hold the object and say a gratitude affirmation. I'm grateful for my strength. I'm grateful for my growth. So when there's a trigger, very bad trigger, just hold the object and say, I'm grateful for my strength. I'm grateful for my growth. Why do this? This trains your brain to switch from fear to gratitude instantly. Now, how long does it take to see results? Neuroscientists say that practicing gratitude consistently for just 21 to 30 days creates measurable changes in brain activity, but the real transformation happens after 90 days when your brain starts naturally prioritizing gratitude over trauma responses. And you can also fast track your healing by combining gratitude with journaling. Journaling helps to organize your thoughts and release emotional pain. Also, meditation, it strengthens your focus and rewires emotional patterns. And also therapy or coaching, it provides support and personalized strategies. And don't also forget therapy with the Holy Spirit that I constantly talk about, because it's gonna help you through your emotional responses which are not good. He will help you through. The Holy Spirit will comfort you. He will help you. He will stand by you. He's a spirit of truth. He will cuddle you. He will constantly be with you. And so learn to do therapy with the Holy Spirit too, and set healthy boundaries. So you fast track your healing by setting healthy boundaries too. Aside from journaling, meditation, and therapy, also set healthy boundaries. It protects your growth and also prevents relapse into toxic relationships. Now, your brain can heal. Take it from me. Your brain can heal. And if you've survived narcissistic abuse, your brain was trained to live in fear, but you have the power to retrain it for peace, confidence, and happiness. Now, gratitude is one of the most powerful science-backed tools for reclaiming your life. It doesn't mean ignoring the pain or ignoring the past. It just means choosing to create a better future. So here's a challenge. Try one gratitude exercise from this video today. Your healing starts now. So what's one thing you are grateful for at this moment? Drop it in the comments and do let me know how gratitude is helping your healing journey. And actually, I'm tempted to start a daily gratitude challenge, which we will run for 21 days on this channel. And you can buy a gratitude journal, and every day you write 3 things you are grateful for 21 days, because we are training our mind to be grateful instead of complaining, instead of feeling pain our fear. And so we will do the daily gratitude challenge on this channel. Please join us when we start. We are starting on Saturday, March 15th, 2025. And so join us, and don't forget to share this video with a friend, and also hit the subscribe button to become a member of this community where we support one another through the mess of narcissistic abuse and emotional trauma.